Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arnel Madraso. I'm the teacher blogger. So this afternoon, I'm with my students. They are 12 STEM, Nagalea. And this room is what? What room is this? The room. Room number? TLE room. So is this room number 1, 2? Okay, so TLE room. So this vlog is previewing Batacan's smaller and smaller circle. So this is an award-winning novel, the Philippine National Book Award, the Carlos Palanca Memorial Award, the Madrigal Gonzalez Best First Book Award. So this is a first attempt to write in the genre of investigative type of material, which has a thrilling angle in it. So, well, one challenge I think that I see in the writing of this novel would be the setting is in Payatas. So that's a downside, right? So, in fact, the story is revolving around the missing children whose internal organs were removed, murdered. And so, the setting is a poor slum area, poor Filipinos, and yet the novel was written in English. Now, here are some of the points to consider. What about the language? How authentic would be the language when the setting, the people around, would be poor speaking, supposed to be speaking in Filipino, right? So it somehow, I can relate this with Argilia's How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife. So remember, Baldo, who was supposed to be a peasant boy, speaking in English. So the voice of a boy who lives in barangay, speaking in the voice of an English language. So comparing the language, I think Argilia was able to contextualize, certain terms, expressions. But here, I would want to find out, what about the joke? In conversations, for example, between the priest, the main character is supposed to be Father Sanz and Father Lucero. In the first chapter, initial, I'm reading, sometimes they're exchanging jokes. Now, question is, how effective would the joke be in Filipino and if the joke is expressed in English? Just like Alex Calleja. Do you know Alex Calleja? He's really very funny in Tagalog, but when he went to Europe, he didn't win. And I watched his joke and translated in English, it wasn't that funny. So what about this one? So there are certain expressions that I would want to see whether they are authentic. And remember, Batacan is not an American English writer. She's a Filipino. So I would want to see whether she's using Philippine English, as they say in world Englishes. So that's one of the considerations that I'm looking into, the language itself. Now, in terms of the style of writing, first chapter, getting into the first chapter, it's like it's arresting the reader's attention. It's like I'm becoming a member of that circle who is investigating this crime. So Father Sanz, the main character, is he's a forensic anthropologist. Forensic scientist is looking into the crime scene, even the body or autopsy, to try to find for evidence that would lead to the killer. And so, with all the nitty-gritty stuff about looking into, investigating all these things, it's like, as a reader, I'm also the assistant of Father, looking into the sentence, the details being provided. Like, for example, the fracture on the skull, even the texture of the skin, the substance found, so everything. So, even the smoke, the cigarettes, everything will be accounted for in forensic science. Another thing is the merging of religiosity, and science. As we all know that in texts, if you read text, it's very difficult to reconcile theology with science. But then here, priests as they're priests and yet they are scientists. That is the interesting angle that I would want to see. How is there being a priest, being spiritual, would connect with them being a scientist? Interesting, right? So, for the next vlog, I will be giving you the review about Batacan's smaller and smaller circles. At first, it took me a while before I read this because I was thinking, how effective would Batacan be? It's not easy as a Filipino reading so many novels already with regard to this type of genre. Not easy for me to read a material written by a Filipino. But we will see the strengths of this book. So please watch out for the blog review on Batacan's smaller and smaller circles. So thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my Western Mindanao State University students who are now into it. So they are now into this. So expect that they will also be blogging, showing you their expertise in communication. I can already see that some are really good in speaking English. So we will showcase Wimsu's speaking abilities, no? So not only that the Manila people can do blogging, we can also do better blogging. Even I came from Zamboanga City. And thank you also for the support of my Far Eastern University students who are still, joining, liking. I'm monitoring the statistics in my blog. There are still followers from America, 100 plus. So thank you. Those of you who are watching me, thank you. Even in Russia, the 4 of you are watching always. Poland, I think 3 in Asian countries. Australia, thank you for the support. Well, if you are from Winsu before, maybe you would just want to see what students are doing here. So we will be blogging more of Zamboanga City and Western Mindanao State University in particular. Thank you for the support. Bye. See you later.